Hi everybody, this is Professor Wagle, and I just wanted to kind of update you guys a little bit. This is not really a video lecture, but just a feedback and some updates that I wanted to give you guys. So first thing first, some of you are concerned about your grades because either you missed some assignments or you don't have access to your laptops, or you're taking care of an elderly person in your household and you're not able to get to the assignments. Some of you have some personal issues. So I want to let you know what the technical department policy regarding grades is. So we have been told at the end of the semester, you can choose either the grade that you're getting, or if you say have a B, C, if you have those grades and you would rather just get a pass or a fail in a class, you can request that. So instead of, say, if you're getting a C in this class and you would rather just get a pass, or if you're getting a D, or if you're not happy with the grade you have and you choose to maybe fail the class or pass the class, you can ask me to do that and I can give you that grade. Okay, so please don't worry about your grades. I am grading all your assignments really very leniently, even more than what I would otherwise. So again, you should not be worried about those as long as you're able to get to those, right? Now, the other feedback I have, and the reason I'm giving you guys this update, because I've been getting questions throughout the day today and some yesterday about the interview questions. Okay, so even though I had made it clear in my two previous lectures, I'm going to tell you again the purpose of that interview questions, right? The interview questions are not the questions you are asking somebody as if you are hiring them for a job. That's not what you're doing here. These interview questions are informational interview questions. These are not hiring interview questions. These are informational interview questions. And this information is something the person you're asking has, and you as a student is asking them to give you that information. Now, what's the information that you are asking them to give you? What you're asking them to give you information about is what kind of qualifications besides your graduate degree do you need to be in the specific job? What helps you get a job? What kind of things can you expect in this job, right? So for example, if you're an engineering major, you can ask them, besides your graduate degree, did you do some internship that helped you get this job? Did you do some other certifications either during graduation or after that helped you stand out from the competition or make you get this job, right? You can ask them, what is a typical day in the life of a mechanical engineer looks like? You can ask them what are the duties of a junior level accountant when they go to work for the first time after graduating, right? All of those things. You are not asking them. Some of the questions that today I graded developing interview questions, and some of the questions you guys are asking them are as if you are hiring these professionals. That's not what you're doing. So please don't go ask professionals who already have jobs in the field how you're going to manage team conflicts, and how tell us what you can do for the company, or why do you want to join this company. Those are not the questions you are asking them, right? You are asking them a specific question to gather information for your employment outlook report. I'm going to read out some of the questions that one team wrote, which are really good questions, right? What are your main responsibilities? That gives you an idea what kind of responsibilities you would have in this field going forward, right? What steps do you recommend graduates in my field take starting in this field, right? That's a good question to ask, right? Do you have any advice on the steps students should be taking to prepare to enter this field, right? Are there any other related fields I should consider? These are really, really good questions to ask because it gives you an idea what to expect. So think about your questions in those kinds of environments, okay? Again, stay away from asking people questions. So say you're interviewing your father or your uncle, right? These questions are not to elevate your relatives or your acquaintances personal accomplishment. I had one student in my winter semester write the whole employment report like a report on his father and the things he does in his job. That's not what you're doing. It was kind of almost like uh, an essay he wrote about his father and all the things his father has done in his career. That's not what you're doing. If you look at the example of the employment outlook report and if you look in the interview section, it's a really, really compressed short section of what you're putting in there. So go and look at that and then figure out how your questions are going to answer some of those things there, right? Because again, you can do question and answers, but at the end of the day, when you're writing your final full report, those answers will be condensed to kind of main points of the interview. So they will be distilled down, right? So make sure you ask good pertinent questions that will help you in this, right? Some other questions that another student wrote was, what degree, certifications, or experience would one need to be successful in this field? That's a good question to ask because it helps you plan out your education career, right? If there is a certification you can do in the summer while you are also finishing your undergrad career, that's a good question to have, right? If you feel like if the person tells you, hey, an internship really, I think, helped me get this job, getting an internship, right? Those kinds of things help you, right? Can you describe a typical day in your position? Again, that helps you kind of understand if this person works by himself, does he have to work in teams, are there any other dynamics involved here, right? um, in your field, who are the general hiring agency, that is private sector, government agencies, and etc. These are excellent questions to ask. Gives you an idea where to look for jobs when you are going out on the job, right? So again, think about the purpose of this employment outlook report. You are researching the employment outlook of the specific profession you are in. So these interview questions are also doing the same thing. Now, some of you have said that you are not able to find someone to interview because some of you were looking to interview the employer, and that's not the way to go, right? You don't want to interview the CEO because that is like 15-20 years down the line for you guys. You want to interview somebody in the mid-level or something like that, which is easier to get, right? So if you don't know somebody, that's fine, but see if you can find somebody on LinkedIn or any other platform where you can maybe email them and say, hey, can you answer a few questions? Again, the interview portion is a very small portion of your overall employment outlook report. It is your primary source, but it's a very small portion. So try your best, but if you are not able to get somebody outside the university, right, I might allow you to interview somebody in the university. But again, reach out to me, let me know what the problem is, and we can work through it, okay? What else? So I think that's about it. I'm going to publish the last three modules for you guys on Friday. So those three modules, they are not really very difficult ones. They are basically working on what you have been doing so far. So there's a progress report which you have to do. I'll be giving you examples for those two. You have examples for the other stuff that you're doing that is due on the 10th, and the other one that's due on the 12th. So you have examples of employment outlook report, you have examples of progress report, you will have examples of everything else you need, right? So look at those examples and go from there, right? Try your best to do as good a job as you can. So don't worry about it if you can't get everything in, but try your best, right? And always reach out to me. Tomorrow we have a Zoom meeting. I have a Zoom meeting with some students at 2 o'clock. If you guys want to join in, just listen in, or if you guys want to ask me any questions, you can do that. I will also record the Zoom meeting, so the questions will be available. Whatever we discuss will be on there in the cloud, so you guys can access that too. Go over the employment outlook report examples that I have. Again, here I am getting questions. If you are in the mixed majors group, right, you will be researching your own major and writing about it. So it's not, even though it's one report, everybody is contributing to it for their own majors, for their own career paths. So it will be comprehensive. Okay, so look at the examples for the employment outlook report that are posted in module 12. If you feel that you need me to extend the deadline for the employment outlook report draft, which is due on April 12th, that's Sunday, let me know. I can give you another 2 days, but it's a draft and peer review, so I would suggest just go ahead with it. Dump everything you have in there in its proper place, and then you have, at least you will also get a better idea how much stuff you need, and you will get good feedback from your peers. So I think you should be able to meet that deadline on April 12th, right? And then I will release the rest of the schedules and post a lecture for that. But that's all I have for now. If you have any questions, join in tomorrow for the Zoom meeting, or you can email me or schedule another Zoom meeting with me. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.